World Sports Betting Highland Night Cup going the way of number 7 Rex Union from the Dean Kenilworth stable. Aaron is the winning groom, so well done to you. Congratulations. You take care of Rex Union and you also know what it's all about in the saddle, so well done. There we go. Dean telling him to put a big smile in there as King and DeMello joins us in the box here. Now, when I did the preview during the week, I just thought this was the ideal race for him to get his confidence back. And he's been a horse who's taken on some tough competition and they hit him in the handicap.
Yeah, look, rightly so. You know, you run third in the Gold Cup, you're always going to get penalised. And yeah, he probably wasn't at that rating competitive, but I think he's down to a better mark now. And I thought it was the right race, even though he had a lot of pudding to carry. You know, I was very concerned about that. So that was always in the back of my mind, but he overcame that, and just really nice to get his confidence back.
Now, coming through about the 400, I saw you going for the gap, and it was a little bit iffy, and then once he got his head through there, he started to really turn it on.
Yeah, look, around the turn, I pretty much thought I'd do pace work up the straight and sort of make my own gaps, and geez, he dropped it just before we got to the straight, and there was a little gap there, and I said, if I don't go for it now, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. And it was nice that he got his head in there, and once he got his head in there, he extended nicely. I think there's a little bit more to come. We've obviously just got him from Cape Town, and just look forward to the season with him.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Just a big well done to Drakensberg Stud. Thank you very much to Mrs. Rupert and to Mr. Somerville. Very big well done to all of them. Nice to ride them another winner. Thank you very much to Mr. Kannemeyer, Julius, Nicolette, the whole team. Big team effort, and I couldn't be more blessed to be riding for a team like this. And obviously to the sponsors, World Sports Betting, you know, without them they won't be racing. And to my sponsors, Winning Form, thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you.
Dean Kenilworth getting into the winners enclosure. Now this horse Rex Union, he hasn't quite reached his top potential, and this is the type of race that'll bring him along a ton.
Yeah, Sheldon, but I think his form has been more solid in the right-hand turn. You know, if you look at his form last year in Durban, but he arrived, I think, of 85 and landed 105 without winning a race. But of course, he ran, I think, second in the Gold Vase and third in the Gold Cup, and he just didn't quite. That was quite a hammering, but probably earned his stripes. And you know, his form just wasn't quite there in Cape Town. And I said to Ghana Rupert and to Kevin Somerville, I think I want to take him up to Durban. And so well done to Ghana Rupert, Drakensberg Stud and Kevin Somerville. The whole team was fantastic, and to my whole team it was great. It was a very good effort. He stays well. But you know, the history of this was quite interesting, because I was speaking to Kevin early on. I know when we had him in training, we actually 2 years ago we said he will never come back. There were suspected 2 slight heart attacks. Specialists came out, checked him out. There was quite a few opinions about this horse, and scanning his heart, and we decided to put him on the farm center in Drakensberg, stayed there for 6 months, re-scanned, said everything seems to be okay, put him in training. He came back and he ran third in the Gold Cup, second in the Gold Vase and third in the Gold Cup. So he's got he stays all day, he's solid sound horse. So it was a fantastic win, and it's great to be back in Durban. Horses travelled well, which is important. And to World Sports Betting, the sponsors and everybody, and Hollywood, everybody, always great to be back in the climate.
Runners coming up?
Yeah, we've got Sylvanus. We got next time. We also got 4 Drakensberg Stud, Dawn of a New Day. Ran a very good race in the Flamboyant Stakes, and she had a break. The reason for that break was she wasn't out of training, but she was going to go back to Cape Town for the off season, and we couldn't get horses out via Joby, waiting at quarantine restrictions. So sort of eased up a bit on her, but she's had 2 grass gallops since we made a decision that we're going to keep her here. So that's in the back of my mind. And Sylvanus Timer, you know, he's doing well, travelled well, had 1 grass gallop. Sometimes he just needs one to bring him where I want him to be, but you can never leave him out. As I said, they're doing well back home.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Sheldon.
Well, that's a wrap. Rex Union comes home.